I'm Öykü Borghetti. I'm from Turkey, and currently I'm living in Switzerland. I'm working and doing my part-time MBA with St.Gallen University. I'm working for an energy company. I have been working for 8 years in energy sector. And in Switzerland, it's been my 5 years. It's been 5 years I'm here. At the moment, I'm working as a professional assistant to the group CEO. Basically, what I do is I'm supporting the group CEO in the daily business, and I'm very much closely working with the executive management. So I'm basically the secretary of the executive boards, board of directors, and I'm also occupying different projects that has been assigned to me by the group CEO. And I can say it's a very challenging position because it's challenging, and at the same time it's an amazing position, I have to say, because I have the visibility of the whole organization, and we are a European energy company, and we have different kind of assets, different kind of subsidiaries. So it's basically working with different culture, different kind of organizations. It's a very interesting job position. Basically, my background is engineering. I'm an industrial engineer, and I studied in Izmir. I have done my engineering degree in Izmir, my bachelor degree in Izmir. And then I moved to Sweden. I did my master's studies there for innovation and product development. And then I decided to move to Italy, pretty nice country. And I started my work life in Italy, and I worked in the energy industry right after a year I was in Italy. First of all, I worked as a portfolio manager. It's basically the logistic department in energy industry. And then, so basically step by step, I decided that I wanted more. I wanted to develop my career I want to accelerate my career. And then I have been promoted to this current job position that I have at the moment, which is I'm directly reporting to the group CEO. Since I started my position as a professional assistant to the group CEO, I realized that in the corporate business there are things that engineers lack. So it can be the language that they use, or it can be the financial background. So at some point I realized that I needed some kind of investment in my personal and also the professional development. And from that point of view, the idea developed. And afterwards I shared the idea with my CEO, and he was extremely supportive. And from that point on, that I started looking for different MBA programs. And being in Switzerland and being very close to St. Gallen, actually, it was a very, very, I would say, important decision that to be able to study in a business school like St. Gallen. And from that point of view, things evolved, and here we are. I would say even few months that I'm in the MBA program as an MBA candidate. We have started in a period where we have COVID in our lives, and it was we had to be always careful. We had to keep the distance, and this kind of precautions that we had. And I have to say that the St. Gallen University made it possible for us to be able to be there. In our current program, we are 52 students, and having that big crowd I have to say the first impression that we had in the first day of the school, it was amazing. 51 bright students, and we have 16 different nationalities in our program, from different cultures, from different backgrounds, and this was extremely exciting. We had until now few modules that we managed in the program that I have to say, even after a few months, as an MBA candidate, you feel like you are really getting, realizing the change in yourself. Either the way that you approach things, I mean, you really use the experience, you really put into experience the things that you learn in class. On the other hand, I have to say that one of the greatest things that we have in school at the moment is that out of this 52 people, you can get different kind of views. It's not about just going to the class and listening to the teacher, what he says, and then go home and that's all. It's definitely not like this. MBA is something like you really invest in your time. But at the moment, the time is extremely scarce for us, as we are part-time students, that we are working and at the same time studying together, and we are having a social life at the same time. It's challenging, I have to say, but at the same time, it's really an investment. It's you learn a lot from the feedbacks. Each day we challenge each other in the group assignments, in class. We are not just seeing each other in the classroom, but we are also talking to each other outside of classroom. We are having groups, different kind of studies together. So it's I have to admit that it's extremely useful even after a few months. I'm just looking forward to the rest of the program. The knowledge, definitely. In my day-to-day work at the moment, we are working on the business planning. This is the time of the year, and we had our accounting and controlling class a few modules ago, and now I have much better understanding of the company financials and how to approach it, how to read it, and what to catch even. So this is from the knowledge point of view. On the other hand, we had also team development and personal and professional development classes. I realize, at least I don't know if my colleagues are also realizing the same thing as I do, but I see different kind of dynamics in the business at the moment. I see why things are happening, or I start to think, okay, I have to change this behavior because of this and that, or I have to do this because it's helping the discussion, to the communication. So step by step, the more you use the knowledge that you obtain in the class, you feel like, okay, I am really working on this. I am trying to improve myself. I am seeing the differences in me. It is really changing you. You are not the same person basically when you started in the MBA. So it's you keep changing and you keep improving yourself. We started in August, and until the last module, we still had our one-to-one. We still went to the classes to be able to do our studies, and we still had time to do some networking, to be able to be present in the class. But starting from the last module, which was in the beginning of November, we switched to the Zoom classes due to the increasing numbers in Switzerland. And most likely for until the next decision by the government, we will be continuing the Zoom classes. At the moment, I can say the last module was extremely interesting. It was personal and professional development. And it was very, very nice to see the presentations of the panelists. We have to be. It was very nice to see the panelists, the presentations of the teachers, and it was extremely interesting. But of course, as a student, we would have preferred to be in class. This is the situation that we have to adapt ourselves, and I have to say also, the university had to adapt themselves. Regarding the online lectures, actually, this was an extremely good initiative of University of St. Gallen. So basically, we got these kind of online materials from the professors that they had recorded the classes in advance that we started our lessons. And we had the chance to be able to see those kind of recordings, to be prepared before the class starts. And these kind of recordings basically helped us to be able to understand and have a better understanding of the class before even we start the module. So basically, it was a very, very nice approach from the university. This kind of online lectures that has been shared with us, they also create an opportunity for us to go back and see the lectures whenever we have questions about the topics. Also, on the other hand, one thing that this MBA program has, it's not just we do one class and it ends there. All the topics, everything is connected. So at some point, you start to realize, oh, okay, I have to go back to see this class from this topic, how it was related to the other one. So it's definitely very, very nice opportunity for us. One of the criteria while I was looking for an MBA program was the prestige of the university. St. Gallen has, first of all, when you are an MBA candidate, when you are looking for different kind of MBA schools, you look at the rankings. So, for example, what I came across was in 2019, St. Gallen was the fourth ranking in Financial Times for European business schools. So, first of all, this means a lot for the students. The reason being that it has very professional professors, that apart it has not just the professors, but the St. Gallen family is very experienced. To be honest, I realized this when first I had my interview with the talent acquisition professionals. You really realize that they are extremely experienced. They know what they are doing, and they can directly judge you from your first impression, I would say. It's a challenging time. It's not just challenging time, but it's also a challenging business environment. We can see that the companies are looking for talented people. We are in a period that people needs more experience, more skills. So it's becoming like it's extremely challenging environment. So in this challenging environment, first of all, with MBA, I think it's very important to improve the leadership skills, improve the global understanding of the business life. So it's helping you to be the leaders of the future with the MBA. So I would definitely, I can see myself after MBA in 2 years that slowly putting into reality what I learned and how I can use the things that are improving me. So it's basically to know yourself. The more you realize what you don't know, and this is you can, from that point on, you can improve yourself and put into consideration how to be better than what you are at the moment. It's a challenging environment. It's the business environment is already challenging, and now we have COVID-19 and things are changing very fast. Starting from April, we had to do everything from home, from Zoom or Teams, so things are changing. So we have to adapt very fast as well. And considering that we are the MBA candidates, at the end of this program, I believe that we will be able to move fast with this changing environment, and we can be the leaders that this challenging environment needs.